Okay, so we're here, and this is a Kittiwake colony. And this colony is just north of three-quarter wall on the west coast of Lundy, which is an island in the mouth of the Bristol Channel. But we see that you can see to the left of this image in the west is actually the Atlantic. So this is the Atlantic coast, and this is a pretty healthy Kittiwake colony. The Kittiwake colonies haven't done so well in the last decade or so, really, possibly due to food restrictions because of moving populations and reduced populations of sand eels. And these are pretty much sand eel specialists, really, Kittiwakes. They're not like other sea birds that can eat other kinds of food. They're more like the guillemots, razorbills and puffins in that they specialise in sand eels. So other gulls, such as herring gulls and lesser blackbacks and great blackbacks, can eat a variety of food. They're much more generalist in their dietary preferences, which explains why you certainly see, in particular, herring gulls able to colonise urban spaces, which is something that Rob Spencer, my PhD student, and myself and Ivan Russell and Britta Osthaus are all thinking about at the minute. And of course Rob is leading on that project. But we're here now on the 19th of April, so this is sort of springtime. These birds have returned after having spent much of the year away at sea, separated from their partners. They're a very monogamous species, so they kind of come back and reacquaint themselves with their partner, come back to this colony, and they then begin the process of mating and reproducing and rearing their chicks. So at the minute they're at the mating phase, so there are plenty of attempted matings going on over the current time period. So we saw a few yesterday. It's late afternoon now, and we are sort of catching the last warmth of the day, really, because it'll be dark in a couple of hours, 2.5 or so. But this doesn't mean they won't be doing some mating. They're quite active, a number of them. You can see gulls arriving back at the nests and giving this kind of characteristic greeting call, the Kittiwake call, which they use in other circumstances as well. And they arrive back, and often sort of the call degenerates for each Kittiwake. Both of them make the call. Here we go. Let's see what's here. See their greeting here, Kittiwake, 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 and their heads are kind of bobbing, or choking as it's sometimes referred to, and that choking kind of diminishes in frequency. It's a sort of mutual signalling to each other, a greeting ceremony if you like, which is possibly a ritualised ceremony that might have emerged from various behaviours associated with feeding, which is something to think about. You can see they've settled down now, this pair. This also gives you an opportunity to see how precarious their nests are. These are a cliff nesting bird. You'll notice that there's large streaks of guano down the bottom of the nest, which are years old, though she's gone there, or he's gone. It's hard to tell. And here's the choking behaviour again. They don't clean this away because they're not actually worried about being spotted by aerial predators. It's very hard for aerial predators such as falcons and hawks to get into this kind of space, in this narrow gully. Ravens can get in, but ravens will see them anyway. But if you look at ground nesting birds more generally, they will clear away all this stuff because there's a big visible streak about where their nest is. They like to keep their nests more cryptic. Kittiwakes don't do that. They'll probably lay about 2 to 3 eggs this season. And obviously back again already. See, that was a very quick flight, just out and then back. Go through the choking behaviours. So it'd be interesting to note how prolonged that behaviour is relative to the length of journey that the Kittiwakes made. So how long they're absent, in other words. You'll also notice the one next door is choking, and it's almost as if they get kind of stimulated into that behaviour by other birds near them, just because clearly that bird isn't greeting anybody in particular, but it's been sort of triggered, if you like. So if you're an old school ethologist like Nico Tinbergen and Conrad Lorenz, you would say that some kind of fixed action pattern. It had its innate releasing mechanism triggered by nearby stimuli of another pair going through the greeting ceremony. So you can see these birds soaring around and just kind of settling a bit. We're not particularly in a very busy period at the moment, but nonetheless they're not quiescent either, they're not roosting quite yet. Notice many of them are back, pairs are on the nests, so some of them are beginning to roost, beginning to snooze as it were. And Dr. Russell has just joined myself and Dr. Kett. You can hear him coming in the background. So we're here, three of us, just preparing for the summer field trip in June 2014. I won't be attending this year, but Ivan, Russell and Steve Kett will be, along with Rob Spencer. They'll be leading the trip. But this footage hopefully will serve to stimulate a number of field trips here in future years. We've been planning all kinds of things that we can do. But of course, well, maybe you don't know this, but I've been here a number of times. Let's see what's going on with this one here. This is wide out a bit.